FC Barcelona have finally completed their preseason by solidifying this preseason campaign, beating Como 5-0. So we first started off this preseason with Barcelona defeating Vissel Kobe 3-1, then going on to defeat FC Seoul 7-3, then going on to FC Daegu, where Barcelona yet again have scored 5 goals, and then once again against Como another 5 goals. In total, we have scored 20 goals in the past 4 matches. And now we head towards this coming weekend on Saturday, going up against Mallorca away from home. We delivered a dominant performance in the 2025 Joan Gamper Trophy. It was amazing. I believe that Barcelona are going to go through this league season with a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence. We have more clarity on who's going to be starting and who's not, and we're going to be talking about that in this video. So first things first, it's quite clear that Barcelona is clinical in front of goal. We have not lost our touch. Lamine Yamal and Fermin Lopez each scored 2 goals, while Raphinha added another one. Barcelona kept a clean sheet thanks to Cubarsí and Araujo, who played at the back and was our center back pairing for this night. Alejandro Balde was on the left with Eric Garcia on the right back position. Barcelona clearly wanted to end this game early, which is why we saw Barcelona defeat Como already like 4-0 before the 45th minute. Like, that was the game. It was already done. Como had no answers. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Como had a few chances early in the game. They came out very ambitious, but with Alejandro Balde and Lamine Yamal being heavily involved in the attack, stretching the defense of Como simply had no response. And that is why we saw Fermín López take advantage of the open spaces through the defense of Como. Fermín López scored the first goal after a poor back pass by one of the players of Como, and Fermín López punished that play and slotted the ball into the bottom right corner. It was very easy. 14 minutes later, on the 35th minute, Fermín López finds his second goal. Once again, poor execution from Como, basically giving the ball to Fermín López. Fermín López takes no rest on the play and wasting no time and shoots the ball immediately into the top left corner. It was an amazing goal. Fermín López, when playing as a number 10, continues to show that he can be a reliable 10. What does Gavi have to say about this? What does Dani Olmo have to say about this? And I'm not going to lie, this is going to sound a little strange to you guys, but it is quite clear based off what we have seen in the preseason. I believe that Gavi is our main number 10 with Fermín López as our second option. He is the best one, right? He simply is. If Gavi is not playing, you put in Fermín López. Dani Olmo is my third option. I believe that Fermín is better than Olmo at the moment. Do I believe that football-wise is Fermín better than Olmo? No, but Fermín López tries much harder on the pitch and he wants to really provide value to the team, and you can see it through his plays, and that is why Fermín López does deserve to be over Dani Olmo in the number 10 selection. It's a huge deal, and it really begs the question, did Barcelona maybe spend a little too much on a player like Dani Olmo, which was around 65 million euros, because knowing that he barely does play or rarely does give anything to us? Like, what is going on here? The fact that Fermín López, who came in for free, Gavi also came in for free, both academy players are over Dani Olmo. What does that say about the player himself? On the 37th minute, 2 minutes later, Raphinha makes it 3-0. Marcus Rashford made an amazing run going through the center, bursting through the whole defensive line and making a cross into the box, and Raphinha finishes the play through his pace and precision and puts Barcelona 3-0 up. On the 42nd minute, Lamine Yamal scores his goal after Raphinha stole the ball from one of the players high up the pitch, sets up Lamine Yamal easily, and Yamal just taps in the ball and makes it 4-0. It was amazing, right? It was a great attacking display. They finished this game before the 45th minute, and that's what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to put this game away as fast as possible to give more time to the other players who needed more minutes. So at halftime, we saw Ferran Torres come in, Jules Koundé come in for Eric Garcia, and so we saw a different attacking setup. We saw Ferran Torres, Yamal, and Raphinha up top. So going into the second half, Lamine Yamal just seals the deal immediately. 4 minutes later into the second half, he makes it 5-0. Ferran Torres assisted Yamal's second goal, with Yamal slotting the ball to the bottom left corner with ease. It is his signature shot. By then, at that point, Barcelona did slow down the tempo. They were controlling possession with ease. Como just had, once again, no answers, and the final whistle was 5-0. Barcelona claimed and lifted the Joan Gamper Trophy. 4 wins from 4 preseason matches is amazing momentum. Now, I want to give out a couple of side notes, starting with Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal to me is already a star. I think that Yamal is, if anything, the biggest star in the world of football next to Kylian Mbappe. His decision making, his flair, his end product is now officially on another level and much better compared to what we saw last season. Yes, you guys heard that. Yamal is better in terms of decision making and scoring goals compared to last season. 2 goals today, and he was constantly dangerous every time he touched the ball. I also believe that Lamine Yamal has gotten faster. He's more explosive. His top speed has also improved. He's looking very similar to the speed of Dembele, and that's very scary. Remember, the reason why we see these drastic changes coming from Yamal is because he was so young to begin with. So he had so much more room to grow, and he has been growing, and he's going to continue to grow for these next 2 years. He has gotten taller as well. now he looks much stronger. So when we see other center backs try to go up against Yamal and try to like knock him down, Yamal has a lot of composure, something that Messi did build early in his career as well. As for Alejandro Balde looked electric out there, physically electric, sharp burst, confident in those overlapping runs, and he does continue to have exceptional speed when he needs to recover as fast as possible. Clearly, his fitness is ready for La Liga. As for Fermin Lopez is a lockdown for me. Like I've said, a player that I see really rotating with Gavi in the attacking midfield position. Dani Olmo is not currently in the conversation. It is only and strictly on Fermin and Gavi. Two well-taken goals, non-stop pressing, clever movements between the lines. Like, I really do think that he's forcing Flick to say, please sit down, Gavi, because I can really change your mind. I can score the goals that you are looking for. It's going to be insane. I cannot wait to see how all of this does play out, because that is one of the things that I do want to see going into this brand new season. I want to see a team that looks different every 3 to 4 games, meaning I want to see Fermin Lopez come into the 11 only because Gavi maybe run out of energy and he's not running as much. Good. If Gavi does not feel like playing, put Fermin. If Lewandowski looks too lazy out there and he's not feeling so well, maybe he's fatigued or whatever, good. Okay, fine. Switch out Lewandowski, put in Ferran Torres. Okay, if Raphinha brings attitude for whatever reason, right? Let's just say, for example, Raphinha just doesn't feel like playing. Maybe he's like, you know what? I just don't want to give it out today. I just don't want to give 110%. Okay, fine. Then you're out. Marcus Rashford, you come in. Same thing with Pedri, same thing with Frankie. If you guys do not feel like training as hard, or you guys do not want to give out 110% on the pitch, great. Put in Casado or Bernal. No worries. That is how Barcelona should be functioning moving forward. So I like this idea, knowing that Fermin Lopez might have a chance to start over Gavi. What does Gavi have to say about this? As for Joan Garcia has already felt like a statement signing. He's very composed in terms of ball distribution, quick reflexes. He made a couple of saves against Olmo. He's very calm under pressure. He is exactly what you want from a modern Barcelona goalkeeper. And I also like Dro and Toni Fernandes, two players who came in later in the game to play the last 15 to 20 minutes. I think that seeing how Dro and Toni Fernandes were selected later in the match and they performed showcases to me that maybe these are going to be the next two La Masia talents to reinforce the first team. They do have mature touches, great tactical awareness, and no fear against players who are like 10 years older than them. So I do think that it is safe to say that Dro and Toni Fernandes will be in our first team and be on the bench and to look for those first team minutes. They will be there. They're not going to go through the academy. And here are going to be my final player ratings for the starting 11 strictly. Joan Garcia, a 7 out of 10. Eric Garcia, 7 out of 10. Araujo, 7 out of 10. Cubarsí, 8 out of 10. Balde, 8 out of 10. Pedri, 7 out of 10. Frankie, 7 out of 10. With Yamal with a 9. Fermin, a 9. Raphinha, an 8. And Rashford, I also give an 8. Barcelona showed a lot of fluidity through the attacking plays. Relentless pressing, as always, with a young core. I just cannot wait to see how this team does unfold through the season. I also do want to point out one last thing. Marcus Rashford has been integrating himself very easy, and Como couldn't cope with the amount of pace that he brought in. For example, if we go back to the 3-0, if pace, he has powerful runs through the middle, and that is ultimately going to be something Flick is going to want to use as a weapon going through the Champions League matches, the Copa del Rey matches. Rashford is going to be immense, and I can already see that Flick knows how to use him and to get the best out of him. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.